The United States of America will not allow Ukraine to lose in the war unleashed by Russia. This was stated by the newly elected Speaker of the House of Representatives, Mike Johnson. In an interview with Fox News, he noted that Putin's victory could push other dictatorial regimes to military action and cited China as an example.
We can't allow Vladimir Putin to prevail in Ukraine because I don't believe it would stop there, and it would probably encourage and empower China to perhaps make a move on Taiwan. We have these concerns. We're not going to abandon them, but we have a responsibility, a stewardship responsibility over the precious treasure of the American people, and we have to make sure that the White House is providing the people with some accountability for the dollars.
Republican Johnson is called an ally of Donald Trump. Previously, the newly appointed speaker also voted against the $40 billion aid package for Ukraine. Despite this, according to Mike Johnson's fellow party member Boris Pincus, the United States continues to remain a friend of Ukraine, and the Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives confirmed this in his statement.
Those elections we had a few days ago of a new speaker who clearly stated that Ukraine was, is and remains our friend, and America will support Ukraine, but under certain conditions. Which ones? Well known. This is control over every step and door that is provided to help Ukraine.
There were disputes in American politics about the division of funding for the defense of Ukraine and Israel. President Joe Biden wanted the bulk of the $106 billion allocated by Congress to go to Kyiv and the rest to be divided between Tel Aviv and the Indo-Pacific region. However, the newly elected Speaker of the House of Representatives, Mike Johnson, is against such a decision. He states that the Republicans, who are the majority in the lower house of Congress, have already reached a consensus. Funding for Ukraine and Israel should be carried out separately.
Israel is a separate matter, but here's the thing that distinguishes House Republicans from the other team. We are going to find pay-fors in the budget. We are not just printing money to send it overseas. We are going to fund the cuts elsewhere to do that. Mike Johnson, Speaker of the United States House of Representatives. In a comment to Fox News, Bloomberg reports.
Amid the U.S. decision to split aid to Ukraine and Israel, the U.S. Department of Defense announced the 49th military aid package. This included additional missiles for HIMARS systems, anti-tank missiles, Stingers, Javelins, and 154mm artillery shells. In addition to these weapons, member of the Republican Party Boris Pincus believes that ATACMS missiles will continue to be supplied to Ukraine, and in the near future, fourth-generation fighters will finally appear in the Ukrainian skies.
There is good news that a large group of Ukrainian pilots who have mastered the English language in 1.5 to 2 to 3 months are already doing an excellent job mastering the F-16 aircraft, which I know from reliable sources are in Ukraine for a long time. They are just waiting for the green signal to put them into action. In addition, there is good news that after Zelensky's contacts with the leadership of Sweden, the country will supply its planes. The French will supply their Mirages in the next 2 weeks.
In addition to strengthening Ukraine's defense capabilities, military assistance from the United States also plays into hands of American defense companies. As reported by Reuters, the United States of America is replenishing its arms reserves after transferring them to Ukraine, thereby leading to an increase in income for defense contractors. They are expecting orders for hundreds of thousands of artillery shells, hundreds of Patriot missile interceptors, as well as armored vehicles. Reported by Diana Kolesnik, Микита Скобліков, UATV News.